Samantha Irvin exits WWE. We had a title change last night on Raw, and is The Undertaker appearing on NXT? It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. Oh, man.
Oh,
we lost a good one. Samantha Irvin exiting WWE. Just hours before Raw last night, the news came down that Sammy Irvs is departing the company. We have reports from Fightful Select that do confirm this isn't a release. This is a resignation. She's made the decision to say, I'm away. She put a lengthy statement on social media last night, thanking everybody in WWE and beyond, and ending by thanking the fans for their support, saying, my entire career, I've been waiting for you. We are meant to be, and I can prove it. Stay tuned. All my love. And still, Samantha.
She'll always be Samantha.
Samantha?
Unless a different Samantha wrestles her to the floor in the street and takes her name. Much like Booker T in WCW back in the day.
That's exactly what happened.
Anyway, WrestleVote have added this, saying, I'm told news of Samantha Irvin leaving the company has genuinely shocked a lot of people backstage at Raw in Philly this afternoon. Not just in Philly, all around the world, because you're thinking Samantha Irvin has made it her thing. She's obviously ring announce has been a thing for as long as wrestling's been a thing, I would imagine, just about. But she's definitely taken it and made it her own over the last couple of years, especially.
Yeah, especially in the last few years. Fightful corroborate what WrestleVote say, that, a lot of people were surprised by the news. She couldn't have possibly informed everybody before leaving. One noted her as, quote, a presence that made the work day better. There were others close to her that claimed that they've known that this was coming for about a month.
Wow.
Yeah, I imagine, like, if you've got to work your notice, haven't you, in any job? You can't just go, bye. So I imagine they would have been, well, she has resigned. She would surely have had to have given notice.
And you're thinking about a bygone era, or what might have happened to her on screen if she did put the notice in, and then that gap of time between the notice going in and her leaving.
Oh, in a different era, I don't like thinking about it. I think it's the style other operators would have operated. And there's been nothing but love from the locker room and beyond. Chelsea Green saying, I'll miss seeing your smiling face at work. I'm so lucky to have shared the ring with you. And even more lucky to have been part of your iconic ring announcements. Chelsea Green!
She was the innovator of that, Caitlin some voice.
She certainly did invent that.
Natalia then tweeted, it was always a pleasure working with you, but most importantly, being your friend. I'm proud of all you've accomplished. I don't know why Natalia says it like that. And very excited for you to keep shining your bright, beautiful light to the world.
Oh, Jackie Redmond tweeting, we all know Sam is a star, but she's also a wonderful person. One of the first to welcome me backstage and was always checking in to make sure the new shy girl was good. Thanks for everything. Car rides home will never be the same. And what about this for a nod?
God, Michael Buffer starts history. You know Michael Buffer. Let's get ready to rumble.
Iconic.
He puts, no, my wife and I are so sorry to hear this, as I'm sure millions of other WWE fans are. Samantha is brilliant and super professional as an announcer, and her musical talent as a singer and florist.
Flautist.
I've not got my glasses on, and that looked like an R, but it's a T. It's a flautist.
She's a flautist.
Because you play the flute. Yes.
Florist is a very different role.
Yes, I thought. Yeah, I was about.
We booked a flautist for the wedding. We made a terrible error.
Imagine if that was in the tribute. You can arrange flowers like nobody else can. Samantha Irvin. Sorry, I'm not got my glasses with us today. Where was I? Where is it?
All the best to her moving forward. All the best with her getting ready to rumble with her career. And perhaps we'll see her in the future events, including boxing and MMA.
Not fighting, I would imagine. But then who knows? Who knows? She can do it all, can't she?
Irvin in there with her high heels on. Bang!
Put your hair up and square up. Oi, badon.
Get in there. What is next for Samantha Irvin? Is it AEW? That's the obvious first question that a lot of wrestling fans have been asking. And Fightful say, when we immediately asked sources within AEW about the potential of them bringing her in, we didn't get answers before press time. Numerous sources that we spoke to in WWE and AEW said they would be shocked if an attempt wasn't made.
However, Big Trevor took to the Twitter last night, didn't he?
He did indeed, and he said, haha, she's not coming to AEW. You can all rest easy.
And if there's one thing we know, it's that we can trust all the wrestlers. Excuse me, we can trust all the wrestlers. I'm just getting emotional about Samantha leaving.
Too.
Yeah, we can trust all the wrestlers. They never lie.
They never lie at all. Sportskeeda's Chris Featherstone also gave a little bit of insight into her departure, saying he was told that it was due to schedules not working with her relationship with Ricochet. The departure was very amicable on both sides, and then he adds, the move to AEW is expected but not confirmed. See, I genuinely don't see Samantha Irvin, and I might be wrong. I'd rather be happy than right. I don't see her moving into wrestling. I think that she closes that door because she has got so many other irons in the fire.
Yeah, I think it's similar when Renee Paquette left back in the day, because she was like, we all were saying like, oh, she could go and do anything in the broadcast world that she wants to, and obviously she's ended up back in wrestling eventually after trying, I think, to get out there a little bit more. But we've seen Samantha singing the national anthem at NFL game, I think, recently. I saw. Was it an NFL game? Some kind of American pig ball game. I don't know why I said pig ball. I think it used to be made of a bladder or something, did it back in the day?
Pig's bladder,
it's up the pigs. But yeah, she's been doing things outside of wrestling for a little bit now, so it feels like being dipping the alto. And again, she's talented, she's good looking, she can do anything she wants, she makes you sick.
Ludicrously talented, genuinely. As someone who's been watching wrestling for most of his 40 years plus on planet Earth, I think she's one of the absolute best to do it as a ring announcer. There's lots of that have done it well, none do it like Samantha Irvin, and she'll genuinely be a miss. And going forward, we have a new ring announcer for Monday Night Raw.
Yes, we do. Big Lily G is back. They wanted to sign a Garcia. I'm going to nick Aiden's joke from upstairs.
Aiden made this joke upstairs just now.
Well, they've been wanting to sign a Garcia for a while now, and then they've got the lines mixed up, haven't they? They've signed Lillian. I don't know why it's Welsh now. They've bloody signed Lillian and not Daniel.
Signed Lillian, boy. Yeah, Lillian Garcia returning to Monday night on Raw. And, okay, let's address it. Bless her.
Fantastic.
Oh.
It never leaves you, because she was always culpable for a little like mishap, like as I am on the news video today, back in the day. But the number one containers for the tag team title, up the containers.
Up the containers. Hashtag up the containers.
To be fair, they threw her at the deep end there, because that's a hell of a long lineage of titles to remember in one go.
That's one I would have to really struggle to get my head around. You know what? I defy anybody watching this who thought that was who gave her grief for that. I defy anyone to go into your first day back at a job and not make a single mistake. Yeah.
It's just crap that it was the first thing she said.
It's just a shame it's the first thing. And you could tell that it frustrated her because she took a beat and then went, she took a little beat just to catch herself. But otherwise, Lillian Garcia is excellent, and she was great last night, and she called the rest of the night. What was quite a busy episode of Raw, in particular, a wild brawl between Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed.
Yeah, it's right at the start of the show, wasn't it? Bronson Reed's arriving for work. Rollins is like, meh, hello, big boy. He keeps calling him big boy, doesn't he? Oh, saucy.
Come on, big boy.
So Rollins then goes from the backstage area to the outside area, the ringside area, and then another brawl ensues there. Bronson just chucks a man from the sort of timekeeper's barricade onto some more men, tries to do a tsunami onto Rollins on the announce table. Rollins gets out the way, and then it leads to a match happening at Crown Jewel there, Tom.
Yeah, we're getting Reed and Rollins one-on-one in Saudi Arabia next month. Long overdue, this grudge match between the two. I think this might be the first of a couple that we have.
Yeah. Bronson win the first one.
Bronson wins first.
Rollins wins the feud.
Rollins wins the second. Rollins wins the third. Yeah. I think that's where we go.
Or could CM Punk cost Rollins? We've been bubbling that, haven't we? Little bubble. Obviously not in Saudi Arabia, but after, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you cheeky rainbow. That's an interesting concept. Also, last night on Raw, we had a title change, didn't we? In the main event.
Didn't see this one coming at all.
Nah, but the more I think about it, the more I think it makes sense.
Yeah, because then we have Jey Uso taking on Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. And of course, there's a big old title change, but the Bloodline were involved. So what could this mean for Survivor Series?
And WrestleMania.
It's been no yeet for the longest time now, Tom. 2 whole weeks of no yeet. Now surely this will mean there'll be some yeeting, because the Bloodline come down to the ringside area as the match is going on. It looks like Tangaloa's trying to go like, come on, big boy. Go on, Jay, give him a little massage. And Jay's like, no, get away. He super kicks Tangaloa. Tamatonga gets involved. He gets felled as well. Then we get some bits with Solo Sikoa. He takes a super spear from Braun Breaker around his neck.
Yeah. Well, so the whole thing there was, it felt like the new Bloodline were trying to recruit Jay for them. So the even commentary say Solo threw himself in the way of the neck spear from Braun Breaker. Yeah,
then the match continues for a little bit. Then we get back around the outside area where they once were before, where Jacob Fatu just basically cost Jey Uso the title. He kicks him, he puts a Samoan drop on the announced desk, as Big Joe called it, and then rolled back in there, and then Braun gets one more spear for the win.
And that's it. 28 days later, Jey Uso loses the Intercontinental title. A few people quite upset about the fact that his reign was so short, but I think it's a way of putting Uso back into the Bloodline saga for this Survivor Series blow-off. I think you're going to have him involved in that one, and I think having the Bloodline cost him his first ever singles title, I think is an easy enough way for him to get on side with his brothers again.
Yeah, there's a lot of water under that bridge between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, so that'd be a very good reason for Jey Uso to go back to Roman Reigns. I think that is the good reason to go back.
That is a good reason.
But it is interesting as well for Braun Breaker, because we all assume when he dropped the title to Jey Uso, he's going to go on and face Gunther eventually. That doesn't like it'll happen now. We had the little promo backstage where he was like, meh, I see your title there, meh. And then he's gone back to being the IC champion. So who knows what that could mean for Gunter going forwards.
I like how everybody in your Raw recaps all go, Mer.
Just a thinking noise, isn't it?
Mer, I'm Gunter. Mer, I'm Liv Morgan.
Down at the fish and chip shop, I'm just there looking at the board up there. Bit of haddock, please. Anyway.
Here's a bit of haddock to turn the news on. Mark Calloway, The Undertaker, making a return to WWE TV soon, by all accounts.
And could he not be making his return in a better place? Because the rumour is, the scuttlebutt is, from PW Insider, he could be going to bloody NXT. PW Insider say there was talk at the WWE Performance Centre today that The Undertaker will be in Orlando at the PC next week, possibly for the 29th of October episode of NXT. This would be Undertaker's second appearance in NXT. He didn't do much in this first one, Tom.
No, I think it's so. Therefore, I think this is a good chance.
That was me being sarcastic because he put the bloody choke slam on Bron
that's
Breakker.
what I mean. I know. I don't think he did much, which is why he's gone to NXT to get some reps, to learn the ropes, to learn the WWE way. I think it's important. I hope he rides in on his motorbike. You can watch his interview with Donald Trump now on the 6 Feet Under YouTube channel. I'd like to think that maybe they might consider having Donald Trump ride on the back of his bike to NXT.
Yeah, I'll get Trump in the Performance Centre. Fantastic
Drive
scenes.
Trump around the Performance Centre. It would be huge to have that happen.
It's just, there's a resurrection story going on for Andre Chase University at the moment. Obviously, Rich Holland has taken them down from within. Andre made his big return last week. So the resurrection theme with The Undertaker. Undertaker part of Chase U. Make the graphic please own. Fantastic scenes. It's what we want to happen.
I mean, old school.
It
writes itself.
It bloody does.
TNA star Killer Kelly is starring in a body horror movie called Arachnid.
What the hell's a body horror?
You know the ones where they've got like awful, crazy things that happen to their body, like they'll grow tentacles.
Oh.
Or that one where the guy turns into a walrus.
Ah, yes.
That's a body horror. He doesn't turn into one. He gets turned into one by... I don't want to spoil the ending for you in case you haven't watched it on TikTok yet. So she's starring in one of those. It's called Arachnid. It's out very soon. It's premiering at Broom Dance International Film Festival in Salem, Massachusetts next week.
Not Salem.
Yeah, I know. Of all the places do a horror movie festival. Salem's the place you do it. Luke Parron works for TNA, but he's also the writer and the director and the producer of the movie. I had a chat with him, and you can listen to it on the podcast feed right now. Anything you want to plug? I noticed that you're wearing... the tracksuit.
Yeah, I've got to wear the tracksuit because I'm a Newcastle United fan, but I am Sunderland manager on an EAFC 2-5 career mode, which will be continuing 4 p.m. BST on the Hold and Give Football YouTube channel. It's affiliated down at the bottom with the affiliated YouTube channels if you can't be asked to type it in.
It's all there.
It's down there somewhere.
And for the latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out Cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.